Finally. Oh, after 10 minutes of reloads, here we are. For real this time. I got it all out of my system. No buoyancy left. I'm just sinking beneath the waves, you know. So I've happened to have wasted my time a little bit with watching these targeted individual videos. And people are putting out some, people have some interesting perspectives, perhaps, uh, and some good advice, and they have some knowledge about the situations. You know, it's not singular; it's plural. A lot of, I mean, a lot of mundane stuff, a lot of what you might expect, and then there's some pretty some things that seem far fetched to the average simpleton. You know, so there's a lot of stuff going on. But here's the thing, guys. I mean, if you wanna talk about defeating the fucking remote neural monitoring by doing some reverse psychology bullshit, or like debating these fools, or um I don't know what people are, trying to think about something else and all this weird nonsense, and oh, let me put a bunch of different fucking crystals on my fucking chakras, and let me use a fucking radionics machine to like manipulate my fucking brain waves and all this crap and to screw up their little program. And dude, you don't want to engage with these people at all. Okay. They're just trying to craze and kill you. Okay. That's all they're trying to do for the most part. Okay. It's a study. Yeah. It's just, they're doing a lot of times they're doing some research. I mean, if they're going to kill a person, if they're going to ruin a person's life, hey, you want to max that out, and you take out an insurance policy on them, and there's nothing to prevent anybody from doing that, legally speaking. Sure. I mean, recently I took out an insurance policy on my own life so that my family, would get a little something, should I fail, because I have stressed out my family quite a bit. Most of them know now that this is real, and I've been targeted by the CIA initially, anyhow. You know. So anyway, but the thing is, guys, the number one thing you need to do, and it is an investment. It really is, and you need to beg, you need to borrow the money, you need to do anything you can at all, to get yourself outfitted with some proper shielding, some real high grade, high performance stuff. Okay. And this is not just like a singular metal, it's treated in a certain way. It's treated with nanotech processes. It sometimes it's bimetal or tri-metal construction, you know, to meth, dioxide. There's certain types of, there's stuff that you can put over the window. It's transparent. There's stuff that's not transparent. There's stuff that's, they have RF shielded paint you can apply to the walls. A lot of this stuff is fairly expensive, and you run grounding wires. They're grounding. Your shielding is extremely important. Putting some fucking aluminum foil on the walls will help, but it's not enough. It's certainly not enough. Like I have this. I've like $20 worth of this aluminum screening. It's doubled over, and it's tripled over. It's not really enough. It reduces the strength. I hear the carrier wave, the whine of the carrier wave, the low roar of it. It's less intense, and it's not causing like severe pain in the little cochlear implant or whatever it is, or it's maybe a formed nano construction, from the chemtrail salts and, the smart dust that people sometimes manage to dose me with. Um, the thing is, I mean, detoxing it like chelation, to get rid of the heavy metals and all that, and taking charcoal and, what's it called that? I don't know. There's different chelation therapies. I mean, they're just going to redose you. You don't want to have that stuff resonating. So you need to be in an RF shielded environment, at least when you sleep, so they can't program you. So you're not one of Satan's puppets, going around doing this, doing that, not doing this, not doing something you should do, or failing. And going out there, possibly intimidating people, possibly that you don't even know, and possibly putting fear in people and different things. I mean, I've noticed they've done this with me over the years. I mean, I've complained about all kinds of things, everything, you name it, everything related to gang stalking and target tardation. I mean, it's happened to me. You name it. I've been poisoned. I've been drugged. They used neurotoxic gases on me, and they did have an effect on my nervous system. I could sit here and talk to you till the cows come home about fucking supplementation to rebuild your nervous system. But guys, it's fucking worthless if you don't have RF shielding. It's fucking worthless. And if they're right on the other side of the wall or above you or heaven forbid below you, and they got a powerful microwave emitter, and it's not just the fucking the EMF coming from the specific frequencies coming from the cell phone towers, or then you're fighting a losing battle. You're going to, if you stay there, you're going to die. Something terrible is going to happen. You're going to be driven to do something rash, something irrational. You're going to get locked up. You're going to be put in the state psychiatric hospital. You're going to be force medicated. It's going to degrade your nervous system. You're going to wish you were dead. This happened to me. Okay. Now, so, that's what's going to happen. Okay. You need to get the fuck out of there. And they're going to try to program you to make you believe that there's just all kinds of things. Just all kinds of things. Just all kinds of things. You need to remember they're trying to kill you. That's it. Okay. They're like a cat. They have all the power, and they're batting around a mouse. They're biting on the mouse a little bit. They don't just go for the neck and sever the spinal cord. They don't do that. There's a lot of money to be made off you, and you may have enemies who enjoy, knowing about your tormentation, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff is happening out there. It's a very complex society, very complex. So anyway, but you need RF shield. It'll help a little bit. The other thing, this is one thing that I've done more recently, is I built an EMP generator. Now I've got it someplace else. I'm not going to show it to you because it's kind of scary. I mean, there are a lot of builds. They're fairly simple. They're fairly simple. You can look right on YouTube and find out how to build them. They're not terribly complex. They don't have to be very complex. But I use that, and that seemed to disable some of the implants. And I received these roughly 20 years ago when I was in the Marine Corps, and was shipped out to some medical facility, and well, there's some other things they did, but so I mean, detoxing helps. It certainly does help because once those structures are destroyed, I mean, that's going to help. Grounding, I mean, grounding has always helped. Fuck you with this instability. Beyond that, I mean, herbal tonics, people recommend you get exercise. Yeah, that helps, oxygenate your blood, make your body and mind. That helps. The thing is, 5G is capable of running some frequencies that actually interfere with your red blood cells and their ability to pick up oxygen. So, like, you can have